It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, almost on the weekend, but for many, it is holiday time, which means our roads are absolutely inundated with cars, holidaymakers, people who should have first and foremost on their mind keeping safe on the roads, but that is not the case. Yeah. Chiro is back looking so responsible in this chair. You ready? I was listening to you.
Well, the thing is, I mean, first and foremost, I never know how to swim this car. How do you want me to?
You got to back it up. You got to back up and straight back. There we go.
I think only Kadlejo knows how to sit on this car.
You know, dude, we joke about it, but this really is one of those ridiculous things that we know there is going to be an influx of accidents over this period, yet we all seem to drive worse, especially in the Cape when the rain kicks in winter.
And the thing is, right, there's simple things you can do to increase your chances of not having an accident and making it home on time so you can just have another cup of hot chocolate, right? So I wanted to chat quite importantly about following distances. This is critical to me. You've got to understand that your following distance doubles almost in the rain or particularly on very cold, icy roads. So if you're doing 120 km an hour, it's going to take you roughly 100 meters to stop the car. 20 meters of that is just your reaction time. And an important thing to remember there is if you're traveling at night, your headlights only show about 40, 50 meters into the distance. So think about it. You basically, if something pops up in your headlight, you don't have time to stop. You're going to have to swerve. Depending on your car, whether you've got ABS or not, or EBD, that distance can double.
Well, this is the issue. I think so many of us, we rely on the technology within our car to take care of that, especially in the rain. If you're driving any kind of luxury model car, it's going to be doing so much of the braking for you.
Well, this is the thing. It's very important to know your car. If you drive an older car, there's a chance you don't have ABS. If you drive a newer car, there's pretty much certain you've got ABS. And then a new technology which came out a good couple of years ago now, EBD, that stands for electronic brake force distribution. And what it does is, the thing is, cars aren't actually or weren't very good at stopping in a straight line. It's very difficult to actually get a car with all four wheels on the top to stop in a straight line. So EBD came around, and what it does is it sends the brake force around the car, and it keeps the car going in a straight line. So you need to know what technologies your car has. If you don't have...
What your car's going to do.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't have ABS, right, it's important to understand how the car is going to stop and how it's going to react if you lock up the wheels. So I would say your biggest tip is to know whether your car has ABS. If it does, stand on that pedal. Absolutely stand on that pedal.
Let the car know you want to brake,
And most importantly, don't get a fright, because ABS, when it kicks in, it feels horrible and makes quite a horrible noise. You get a feedback through your foot. A lot of people actually go, oh, what's that? My brakes are actually failing, and they jump off the pedal. So don't get a fright. Keep your foot locked on. And then if you don't have ABS, get used to pushing the brake to the point of lockup and releasing. The problem with locking up in the wet is you're just going to keep going, and also you cannot steer when your wheels are locked up. You actually can't steer the car, so you need to come off the brake to steer to avoid an obstacle.
All right, but we are saying, you know, unequivocally, the best way to prevent that is just keep a safe following distance, to take away the need to brake. What are some of the other things now we should be taking into account before hitting the roads? We're going on a school holiday. What do we need to check on our car to make sure that it is safe?
Okay, a big problem that we have in the Western Cape is flooded roads. Very, very wet roads, right? Because we've got, obviously, winter rain. So aquaplaning becomes a threat. Aquaplaning can be avoided most of the time if you just have very, very good tread on your tire. Or the better your tread, the lower your chance of aquaplaning. The thing is, standing water is standing water. If you hit it hard enough and it's deep enough, you're going to fly. So you need to make sure that your tires are in good condition and that they're in, you know, decent tread depth. Basically, the way tires work is those treads, those channels are designed to displace water. So the shallower your channels, the less water you can displace over a given time period, and that's going to push your car off the tar, and that's when you lose contact with the tarmac and you lose control. So good tires.
Well, we know it's about having a conscience about what you are doing, a conscience about driving with other road users in mind, and then just make sure that your car is in good, safe working order.
Exactly.
Well, keeping you safe on the roads. If you are heading out on holiday, make sure that you stay rested, that the best piece of equipment you have at your disposal, your brain and your body, is running in a tip-top shape as well. Let's get into our Express News.